And we are live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J-Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 303.
Cool.
I am a fan of symmetry.
Yeah.
I just realized last night, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Fighting with my teenager, and like laughing with my husband about like, yeah, I drink the tears of teenagers.
No.
But I'm 41 and my daughter is 14. So we are like mirrors. We are mirror ages. Yeah. So yep. So we got people saying hello, Silver, Randy, Sandy, Claire. They were lamenting that they could have been waiting a long time yesterday if they had joined. So yes, we are here on a, sorry, I'm trying to change my name. I should have done that before we got started. Could have been waiting quite a bit yesterday. So we are podcasting on a different day than we normally do. It's hump day and ZKN day, ZKN VKN day. So Cass also says hi. Laura says hi. The whimsical Miss Winter says hi. So yeah, yep. How's your week going? As well as could be expected. Yeah.
As good as it can, I guess. My grandfather passed away on Friday, and so I was at a funeral yesterday.
Yep. So yeah, and I had questioned, if there was something that we could do to kind of memorialize him, right? So I did spend some. Well, I always go for a run on every day. So I definitely had him and you in my thoughts while I was running yesterday. And it sounds like you stopped by my house during that time. So
I was running back through town, and that brings me right past Megan's house. So I had to drop some stuff off that's been hanging out in my car.
Yes. I really, it was a very nice gift. And then I was like, oh, and I wasn't here to be like, Amy, I'm so sorry for your loss. But yeah, yep. It's definitely a different time in your life, right? When you're like, wow, I don't have grandparents anymore, right?
Yep. He was 92. So
you got some good genes.
Yeah. I lost grandparents when I was 12, 22, and then 2019 and 2020. So, or 2021, I should say, technically. So, yeah. But so there's a big gap in between until those final two. Many times people alluded to them being sweethearts. So it kind of makes sense that when you lose your sweetheart, your soulmate, that you're probably not going to be around much longer.
Yeah.
So that you can go be soulmates.
Yep. Lots of folks saying there, so very sorry for your loss, Miss Amy. I saw that you already, so we kicked off the February challenge with a fabulous conversation with Miss Cecilia. We also got to see Miss Dallas and Mr. Jerome on the Zoom after we quit hitting record. They came in and visited with us briefly. But super excited about February challenge. We're doing a post along this month where you can post out on Instagram and join the fun there. It's a very big community, just tons and tons of posts. I can get through a couple of hours worth of like looking at people's responses and replying and hearting, and I can't make it through them all. Like I don't know why I endeavor to try.
It's a big challenge. I'm very surprised when people really read the ones that I put out, but mine are short compared to other people.
Yeah. Well, I started to write a soliloquy in my entry, right? Or my intro, right? And I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to have lots of opportunity to share some of this other stuff in the like when I'm not
Yeah.
crafting, I'm also or I am
Got to be
or
judicious with the information, right? Like, I just read post one is going to be the. I put it all in post one. I put it all post.
yeah. Yeah. I I really enjoyed your post though about the plans you were making for 2020 on this day back a year ago. So today's prompt is a year ago I was.
Yeah.
Um yeah.
I
And
literally just went back in my photos until I found February 3rd
mhm,
and then went, oh gosh, I screenshotted this concert that I wanted to go to. And I was asking the community which
mhm.
yarns for that pattern. So yeah, it was like, oh well, that's definitely like I was making plans for things that got canceled. So
Yep.
relevant
Yeah.
to the winter.
No, it just seems like again, like I was telling Jeremy when we were talking about all of this as people around us start getting immunized and whatnot, right? It's like when do we feel like things are going to continue to go back to normal eventually, or will there ever be like that same normalness, right? Like it's really hard to think of, and I'm just not there mentally. Like
I'm
I can't
definitely
imagine that because it's going to make me the current state feel a lot worse, right? So just
yeah.
keep on the path. Um,
I
but
often think about, we as humans do forget hard
mhm,
times and lose some of that um I don't know. And yeah. So I think yes, I will be probably in a crowded theater watching a concert or a movie or whatever
mhm.
without even thinking about it in 5 years.
Okay.
Let's put it at in 5 years.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I
Yeah.
remember some hard times where I was anxious and if Megan and I are in tune, she knows exactly which time I'm thinking of. And I am over it. And it's been a very like I remember when I was in the depths of it, my husband saying, are you even gonna think about this 5 years from now? And
Mhm.
I'm like, well, I do, but it does not have the same amount of pain or
Yep.
anxiety. So it just we heal. We heal.
Yeah, no, and human, I think our psyches have the capability to do that, right? But yeah, right now this just seems like I'm just gonna just keep the course, right? Like I can't think about not keeping the course at this moment. Further out I can't, or I can, but right now I can't. So wow, we're deep thoughts.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts on a Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday's our happy place, and Wednesday is like the week is weighing heavily on us by the time we get
Yeah,
to
maybe
Wednesday.
it is hump day and we're just like, oh,
Yeah, yes. I want to go on vacation too, Sandy. Yes, people are saying.
sure.
um, we're also continuing on our KAL from last month. So, in addition to getting entries for Instagram and Discord posts, you can also try new things and maybe wrap up what you started last month, or continue to try new things. So that's January, February. I almost said Monday, Tuesday. KAL that we've got going on. And I believe we're going to have like a show and share. Those are a ZKN staple of the things that you learned at the end of all of it. So we've also got the movie this Friday talking about upcoming events, where it looks like it's going to be Princess Bride. I really want to watch French Kiss. It's been a long time since I've seen it. And I guess since I have the DVD, I can watch it at any time. We could do like a double showing.
I'm trying to remember what French kiss is.
It's got Meg Ryan and
Okay.
Kevin Kline, and she's an American and he's from France. And yeah,
Yep. And she does not tolerate cheese very well.
She does not tolerate cheese very well. Yes. Yes, a double feature is might be in store if people are willing to stick around on a Friday night. And then I finally got all the graphics and the web page created. We've got the do
Oh,
do 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 do
oh, look at
do.
that pretty book.
Yes,
Fun.
and look at that, how thick it is. It's got some really great pictures.
Cute.
Yes, and intermixed in with, because they've got the rights,
Oh,
the photos from the actual movies. So super exciting. We've got 8 of the designers and Miss Janice Gray that are going to be joining us. And again, that is a live streaming on YouTube available for everyone. So let your friends and neighbors and Star Wars aficionados and knitters and crafters and everybody know. The more the merrier there. And then our ZKNers will be on the Zoom where it happens. So I'm so excited about this. I'm really looking forward to the movie too. But I'm really, really excited about this and all of the patterns. And that might be an upcoming review slash favorite things. So
awesome.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's really cool.
And then I don't think I had anything else. I am going to, so this is to keep future Megan accountable. I am working on the ZK KAL dashboard. So Amy's gotten a preview. There's some data extraction elements that have to happen, and then we'll get that in. We'll get that in place, and you'll be able to see what you've already entered, where your team is at as far as yardage, who's leading the charge for the trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yes, you're gonna have to put that in. I did not look at that yet. I can guess because I've been looking at all of them, but I don't know who it is for sure.
Yep.
But yep. So yeah, things are rolling with the retreat as well. We're awaiting some samples, I believe you ordered.
I got one of them. So that was when Jeremy was like, Amy was here and handed me a bag. I got one of them and I could have showed you, but it's not one that you necessarily have to touch, feel, whatever. So.
Okay, gotcha. Like, ooh, what could be?
Yep. And then yes, this month in ZK, we're doing Ready for Pinkapalooza. So red and pink, and the only requirements there is that it was cast on in 2021 and that you can finish it in February. So
yeah, we got some way because I have my whip here.
Ooh, look at that. I love it.
Yeah.
Look at those pops.
Yeah, and it's probably getting really washed out in the light, but yep, it's red. It's a nesting cardigan. And I did separate for the sleeve.
Yeah.
So
that is always a really powerful point in a project. I felt like picking up around the collar was really like, oh, and now I'm establishing the raglan on that project, right? And then once you separate for sleeves, you're like, okay, well,
yeah,
here we go.
Now, there are a lot of inches to go. My first 2 balls are right here.
Ooh.
So I only have 3 more.
He was like, get your stash ready, Megan. Yes.
Yeah. I am going to need help.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I love it. I love it. I could totally see that over like a little black dress or pajamas, red flannel pajamas.
No, I can't wait. I've been wanting a cozy cardi for a while, and I do have yarn for a lot more. But the colors were so homogeneous and I don't know. The nesting cardigan lends itself to being able to go a little wild with the yarn. So I wanted to make sure that I chose something a little bit, like in keeping.
Agreed. I had that same thought, like when I was looking through my stash to knit my mom's. I'm like, I could probably figure out something from my stash, but I really want something that leans in to what this really embraces, right? I mean, It's kind of similar with like the Weekender, right? Like I feel like it can really handle some crazy colors, and wildly different colors, although this, doesn't maybe read as much as it actually is, but definitely can handle the tonal and the tonality, and some variegated. But yep, love that.
Yep. So then I have, as part of our like different KALs, we have the Make It CAL Craft Along
Mhm.
with Tony. So I have my key, interlocking key.
Mhm.
Got all the colors on there, but I'm not done with that 6th color yet.
Mhm.
Because I kind of set it down for a few days. I was working on the puzzle that I posted a picture of,
Yep.
uh, and working on the nesting. But I know that once I pick it up again, it's so potato chippy that I'm probably going to, buzz through another 3 colors once I pick it up again. So it's kind of resting, waiting for me to get further along on these bigger projects.
Mhm.
Especially since this one, it does have pink as well, so I would really like to get it done for February.
Mhm.
These will
Same.
probably be my 2 main projects in
Yep.
this month.
Yep. Yeah.
Everything
Same.
else can wait.
Yep. Yep. Same. I've got some design work, but my entrelock and key. Um, I had a similar scenario as you, but I can't put it down. So I have been Tunisian crocheting my little heart out, because I just is like, oh no, just one more square. Oh no, another square. Oh, now I can start a new color. So yeah, I am super duper loving these colors. Um, I wanted to mention some of them because they're vendor bonus. They're pink. The only bonus I'm not gonna get is for the pattern, right?
Oh, yeah, no,
So
mine
I'm super excited about
are
it.
3 orange girls, so I'm getting that bonus too.
Yep. So I really love the way that the Tunisian crochet knits up the fabric of it with the super variegated. So this is Knit Style Yarns. This is Shirsty Cat. These two are Yeti yarns, which I got off of the Yarn Mobile when they were going to be, so they count. They were going to be vendors last year, and they're going to be here this year as well. This is Marigold Jen, so a past vendor. And then this one, I don't get any extra credit for it, but again, this was the Cookie A 2012 Sock Club from Enchanted Knoll, and Memphis Holly actually sold it to me because I was so jealous of yours. So I'd mentioned on the podcast, you were showing it off. I was like, oh my God, that's my green. So I have her little business card that I kept with the skein that said, please enjoy Megan or something like that on it. But I kept it in there so I could always remember it. But yes, I am in love with it. I can't decide whether or not I want it to be the shawl that it is, or if I just want to go to town and make it like a nice blanket, right? Start
Okay.
not increasing on one edge, and then
Mhm.
eventually make it a rectangle,
Mhm.
because rectangular blankets get a lot of love in my house, versus square. But it's just so squishy and nice. It'll be a nice wearable, something to keep warm, or a blanket. I just have to decide.
So the Shirsty Cat, that's not going to count, or did you get that some? Okay.
Nope, nope. Shirsty Cat won't. So it's like 3 of the 6, I believe.
I don't know if I'm gonna knit to blanket size, so it'll be fine.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time putting it down. So
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get to the length that would be shawl length, and then I'm going to be like,
Yep.
I've got a lot of yarn left too, right? So this is the
Oh yeah.
pink
Wow.
that I just finished up. So Amy and I are both doing this, important details to include. Amy and I are both doing this in fingering weight versus DK weight. And I doubled the number of stitches and then adjusted the rows accordingly. I think yours is a little, you have a little fewer rows than I do to make it square, but I'm just really enjoying the Tunisian crochet. It's a nice, I feel like I've really hit my stride. Also want to mention, if all you've ever Tunisian crocheted is cotton, that you should definitely try wool. It was a much different experience. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I was like singing. I was so, I was, it's a much different experience. It's a lot more enjoyable. And I saw you had your hook out too. I also got better hooks, right? So a really hookish hook that really pulls it through. And then this is with this entrelac, you're only working, a short amount of stitches. But I was finding that with the way that I hold the hook, the little hollow end that the interchangeable cord hooks into was poking into my hand. So I don't often have stitches over on the cord, but I have it on there so that I'm not like poking myself in the hand with it. Is that why you have yours on there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It made it more comfortable.
Yeah. Yep. And then I was going to, it feels like cheating, sorry, because these are going to be mailed off. I am weaving in ends. So does that count as still a whip? These are the Woodstock socks from the Colorwork Bible. It's slipping stitches. And my brother got married last year. And so I made a pair of socks for him and a pair of socks for his husband. And they are just flipped. So they're complementary, as I feel that the fabulous couple is. And this was with Madeline Tosh, their sock base, glazed pecan and plaid blanket. So, and I've got quite a bit of it. Sorry, I keep reaching over, of it left over. I was thinking maybe I could make something for their dog, Charlie, but I don't think I've got enough. I mean, it would just be like a cowl or something for a dog, right? I don't think I have enough to actually make a sweater for him. But Charlie is part of their trio, their family. So super loved these. They were a fun knit, and these will be heading off to them. So you won't see them again. And then because I had nothing else on the needles, I only had something on the hook. I cast on a pink velvet this is Barrett Wool Co. In there, I think this is just jam. Is the red.
Woolen spun?
Woolen spun, yep. I'm sorry, and I can see that my camera keeps on focusing in and out. I can't find, oh, here it is. I very smartly put it in a bag so that I could show it off. The pink velvet she has it worked up. So it's an Andrea Mowry pattern. She has it worked up with just the other strand is the mohair, like fuzzy furry for the color work around the yoke. I'm undecided whether or not I'm going to try to hold this Lola Bean yarn double and do that with the red, or if I'm going to just do it with pink, or if I'm going to try to do the pink and the mohair held together. So I'm going to get to that color work piece and experiment with a couple of stitches. So
I could probably sell you my Mitchell's Creations that's like a blushy pink.
Ooh. How much do you have left of it?
The whole skein.
Oh. Very fun, very fun. You would then be helping, you'd be reaching across the aisle, Amy.
Oh.
You'd be helping another team get points.
I have a lot of mohair that has nothing to do with our vendors. How about that?
I do like the way this looks, again, because I've knitted up with other things. I'm interested to see the alchemy of it, right? Like how it's going to blend in. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But yes, this is a pink velvet. I swear I didn't choose it just for the because it matches our Pinkapalooza And then I'm knitting it out of red, but. And those are the whips that I can show you.
Yeah. Yeah, I have plenty of other whips. I have like socks, like single sock syndrome going on right now, real bad. And then partial hat here that was started not in, it was started in 2020. So it's not going to count for the knit along. So it gets languished and yeah. But
Yeah.
plenty of, plans in my mind. But like I said, these are the February. I have to get this one done and the interlock and key. Yeah.
She's serious.
I am. I haven't really felt like knitting for long stretches of time. Like I still go daily, but like I haven't been able to like sit and just knit for 2 hours. I feel like I just get like a half an hour in and then I'm like, I don't know, antsy. Yes, I can't settle in February yet, but I'm at least putting some stitches on it every day.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
You're still working on your socks from Farmer's Daughter fibers?
Yeah, I finished the one sock and then didn't immediately start the second. So that kind of
second sock syndrome has set in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, if I immediately cast on, then I remember that there were so many errata, and my brain just doesn't feel like doing that.
That either does two things for me. Either it discourages me or it makes me go, I want to do this now because I'm going to forget what I did on the first one.
True.
It's like one of those two, right? Like cast it away. I never want to see you again, or must hurry so that I can get.
Yeah. No, I know that I wasted at least a good evening on the first go just because of gauge issues and pattern instruction clarity. But so the second one will go faster. No doubt. It's just a matter of, oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot of things where I had to adjust.
Yep. Yeah, no, somebody just mentioned dog bandana cowl that I should knit for Charlie for my my dog nephew. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a pattern, or I'm gonna have to create one based off of neck circumference recommendations from other. It'd be cool if I could make an interlock and key dog bandana. That might be a stretch for this novice Tunisian crocheter.
I don't know. Just make them tiny squares. Oh, it'd be cute.
He can drag it along in his 24 inches of snow out in New York. No, he wears things around the house. We put him in cute things around the house. He doesn't have to drag it around. But no. Oh, so many plans, so little time.
For sure.
Hold off on mailing things so that I can create a dog cowl. That might not be the best situation.
Yeah, unless you were like, bam, I'm gonna do it tonight. Like.
Well, we do have Zoom tonight, and I often get a lot done while Zooming, so there's that.
So you hear that, you need to go on there and cheer on the dog bandana and peer pressure. It works every time.
That'll be in the Pete's notes of the Zoom. Like, Megan was trying to finish a dog bandana. All right. I think we're babbling. I don't have anything further to share. I'm always so very excited about the things that we have coming up. Make sure that you join us because yeah.
Okay.
Bye. You've done.